Morning everyone, welcome to our second morning briefing. I hope this finds you all well. This morning I thought I would focus on the furloughing of employees, what we know, the processes that you need to follow. I'm going to caveat this straight away to say that we are not HR experts. You may need to seek some HR advice in the process of doing this. So furloughing is the means of laying off your employees and they cannot do any work for your business. So the scheme has been introduced obviously to cover the wages or part of the wages for staff that would have been laid off by your company. So the government will refund up to 80% of their salary subject to a maximum of £2,500. To enable you to lay off your employees, you need to have a layoff clause in your contract. This means that you don't need to gain their consent. Obviously, you still have a conversation with your employee, but you don't need to gain their consent to be able to lay them off. Without that clause in the contract, you need to have a conversation with them and you need to gain their agreement, their consent to being furloughed. I need to be clear that obviously being furloughed means that they are not working for your business. They cannot do any work whatsoever for your business. Furloughing an employee is a change to their contract, so you will need to issue an addendum. With regards to their full salary, it is optional whether as employers you top that up and pay the extra 20%. However, not paying the additional 20% is a change to their contract and you will need to issue an addendum because you have changed their salary. The HMRC will be setting up a portal for all employers to be able to go online, register details of the employees that have been furloughed, the date it happened, and obviously their salary details. That portal at this point in time does not exist. We have manually amended our software so that we can record who has been furloughed and we can effectively allocate that 80% for the period of time that they were furloughed so that those records are there and recorded with HMRC immediately. The big question is around directors. There's a lot of questions around whether directors are included in this. Potentially you will be because you are employees of the company. However, the rules around furloughing apply to yourselves as well. So you cannot do any work for your business. You can't do any administration. You can't do any marketing. That means you can't issue any sales invoices. If you do any of that, your business is still operating and you cannot furlough yourself. We would suggest that with most businesses, you would be better continuing to do something and keep going, marketing yourself, adapting, doing things online, rather than closing the doors completely, withdrawing from the marketplace in order to furlough yourself. However, your salary is the salary that is run through payroll. It does not include dividends. To come on to the self-employed, at this point in time, there is no guidance or support in place for self-employed. I know there's been a lot on social media and we've all seen copies, I think, of the bill that's been passed through Parliament or supposedly being passed through Parliament to protect the self-employed. As soon as we hear any details of that, we will let you know. Universal credit at this point seems the only route if you're self-employed to go down. However, normal eligibility applies to those applications. And I know that they're taking around about 4 weeks for agreement to come through. There is nothing to stop you applying for universal credit, allowing that application to start to go through the system. If you then find out you're going to get support from any other package that's put in place, then you can cancel your universal credit application at any point without penalty. So I think that's the update from us at the moment. I'm going to do another update tomorrow on the business interruption loan scheme. I have some details on that at the moment, but I'll get some more information together and hope to get that out to you tomorrow. And I think that's everything from today. I hope you all stay safe. We are here supporting you. Please bear with us. We are getting a large volume, obviously, of calls and emails, and we are doing our best to work through those and get back to you as quickly as we can. So I hope you are all keeping well, and we will speak to you soon.